What's going on, everybody? It's Davey from the 80s, and you are now entering the Cinema Chop Shop. So park your ass right there. Today, you already know, special video like always. Today, we're going to have that Laker talk. You already know, Lakers. Shout out to Jody for the jersey for Homie Appreciation Day. I appreciate you, homie. So let's recap the first bubble game that we had from the Lakers. Our first introduction to how the season will look like inside the bubble. I'm going to give my commentary on how I feel about the bubble, period. Now, the first thing I noticed is that I don't like the little 3D fan thing that they doing. Like the whole, I don't know if they live streaming people or whatever they're doing, but that whole 3D fan thing is kind of weird. I feel like I'm playing 2K. Then you also have, depending on whatever stream that you're watching or whoever's streaming it, some of the audio is kind of off. I noticed that certain servers had a very high volume. It seemed like their mics were high on the court, so you hear a lot of screeching of the shoes. It honestly felt like I was watching a pickup game at a gym, like a YMCA or something like that, right? But other than that, I'm glad the NBA season is back. I'm glad that it's continuing. I'm glad this bubble is happening because, I'm a big NBA person. If it ain't movies, if it ain't horror, or if it ain't Dragon Ball Z, it's definitely going to be some basketball. Now, I'm just want to recap what I felt when I watched this game yesterday. The biggest takeaway was this. As a Lakers fan, I was very disappointed with the way that LeBron James played. LeBron James had a very off night, and he wasn't playing on part of what he normally does. Now everybody's gonna be like, well, LeBron was asked to facilitate, and I get that, man. I really do. I know that Rajon Rondo is out and Avery Bradley's not playing, so I know that we have a hole in that PG spot, and I know Alex Caruso does the best that he can, but he's not like a Rondo. And he's not really like an Avery Bradley. So my biggest takeaway is this. LeBron James had an off night. He shot 6 for 19. That's pretty bad. His three-point shots, I think he took 7 threes, only made 2. I'm going to need you to bump that up, player. That shooting was atrocious, boy. And honestly, I felt like LeBron James for most of that game was non-existent until the fourth. It's cool that you had a high rate of assists, you grabbed some boards, but at the same time, you're LBJ, you need to reduce on that offensive end. Now, what I am happy about is that I saw a glimmer of hope when I saw LeBron James play hella good defense on both Kawhi and PG on that last possession and made sure that we sealed that victory. But that victory is bittersweet because honestly, that should have been a blowout. You had the Clippers missing 2 of their star players who are six man of the year candidates, and Montrezl Harrell and Lou Williams. Those 2 men put up buckets. It's no way in hell that we should have been neck and neck with a team that was losing, that missed their core, especially coming off the bench. Now, with additions like Joakim Noah and Reggie Jackson, we have to really be on our P's and Q's when we play against this Clipper team. I'm not for this, we got this W, let's celebrate. I'm like, nah, we need to make sure that this W happens the next time and the next time and the next time until y'all get knocked out of the Western Conference, because we will probably face them somewhere in this Western Conference, whether it's somewhere in the middle or if it's all the way at the end in the finals. So, for the Western Conference finals. So we're going to meet them up, and we need to have a game plan in order to beat them. I don't like how we start off real hot and then go cold and then try to hurry up and pick it back up in the fourth. I don't like that. We need to be leading the whole damn game. It's cool that we left the first half with the lead, but there's no way in hell they should have came out of the half and then started scoring and got hot like they did. We shouldn't bank on our victories for Doc Rivers' whack-ass rotations. We cannot bank on that, all right? Because what about if one day he has a good rotation? Well, we're going to just take that L? Nah, it don't happen like that. The only reason we won that game, a big reason why we won that game, was because of Doc Rivers' whack-ass rotations. His rotations saved us. And the fact that he took the foot off the gas if he didn't do that, there's a possibility we could have lost that game. Now, we can't bank on that. We cannot bank on that. We need a facilitator. I honestly believe that Alex Caruso is our best facilitator that's available right now. Kyle Kuzma does an excellent job of facilitating too, that driving kick that he does. But at the same time, I feel like Alex Caruso has a better eye than Kuzma, obviously, because he plays a guard position. Caruso does. So I'm looking at you, AC Caruso. AC, because you know you cool, calm, and collected. You need hopefully they give him the time that he needs in order to produce. Also, how many minutes did Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee play? JaVale McGee played 11 minutes, and Dwight Howard played 12 minutes. I honestly think that we should be giving them a little bit more time to be on the floor. I know that JaVale McGee's production is in spurts, but Dwight Howard's isn't. Dwight Howard can contribute for long periods of time, and we need to start looking how we can get him involved into this rotation a little bit more, because he is, to me, one of our second bigs off the bench. He's one of our second best bigs that we have right now. The fact that he only had 12 minutes is kind of crazy. That means AD played hella minutes. We need to find a way to make sure that the offensive production continues even when LeBron James and AD are sitting on the bench. Now, with that being said, a victory is a victory. We won that game. That's great. But at the same time, I am looking towards the future. The Clippers are stacked. They are a very deep team. And the fact that we barely nudged by with a victory on a team that was missing two of its key players says a lot to me. We need to step it up as the Lakers. Hopefully the Lakers organization can get it together. And I really hope that this is the beginning of a championship, if you know what I mean. I already know that people are going to be like, well, you know what, this is bubble season. It didn't really count, whatever. We hanging that banner this year. If everything goes the way that it goes, it's a championship, guaranteed. The only thing about it, though, another key component that I missed out, man, is if AD wasn't hitting them threes, man, we probably would have lost as well, too. We got really hot from the outside, and I think sometimes we need to utilize that three-point shooting, especially with the addition of Dion Waiters on our team and J.R. Smith. We have a lot of outside scoring capabilities that we need to use. The only problem is that we need to show that we are an inside threat as well in order to make them collapse on the inside to leave the wings open. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys are Laker fans or whether you're Laker haters, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section and then let me know how you feeling. But me, it's Lakers all day, and I'll see you next time. You are exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. This is Laker Talk with Davey from the 80s, and I am out. Adios.